So here we have that the cuboid below has a height of h, its length is 1.5 times its height, and its width is 2 times its length. So we're asked what is the volume and also the surface area in terms of h. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put our formulas for volume and surface area over here on the right. So our volume is height by length by width, or occasionally you'll see depth, or whatever it might be called, but the idea here is we're taking a square of a certain length and width and we're multiplying it by either a height or a depth. And our surface area formula, which is a little bit longer, is going to be 2 times our height by our length plus our height by our width plus our length by our width. So essentially all the possible combinations of the different lengths. And the reason that is because let's say this is our height h, and then our width is going to be this length here, so our length would be just out here in the front. Essentially what we want to do is find the area of one face. So if we found the area of the first face on the right, and then we multiply that by 2 to get the one back on the far left. And we can do the same thing for the front face, which is going to give us, when we multiply by 2, also the area of the back face. And then finally we do the same for the top and for the bottom. So that's the reason that we can just do that. So the last step I'm going to take here before we actually just get to our answer is to write everything in terms of the height, because essentially that's how it's set up here. We know the height is h, but we only know that the length is 1.5 times this. So L is going to be 1.5 h, and then the width is equal to 2L, which is equal to 2 times 1.5, which is going to give us 3h. So that's the width. And so by simply plugging in our numbers now, we have that the volume is going to be h times 1.5h times 3h, which is going to give us 4.5 times h. So that is the volume in terms of the height. And we don't actually know the square units, but this would be like essentially something cubed. So I just put u cubed for units, just so we know that it's volume rather than length. And then we have our surface area here, just by being careful to plug in all the right numbers in the right places. And I've actually just realized that our h should be cubed here as well for a volume. So because we have 3 h's being multiplied together, we just need to make sure we cube these as well. And when we simplify our brackets here, we're going to get an answer of 18 h squared. I'll put in u squared for units. So that's going to be it for this question.